All right, members, welcome back. Let's get into some of the levels moving into September 8th. We're going to start off with QQQ, then we'll go into some of the main stocks that I'm looking at. I just want to hit briefly the stocks that I think are actually worth looking at. Looking at the QQQ, we are trading near all-time highs of 583. When you look at the 5-year chart, you can see we've been trading within this trend, and it shows that it is important to buy the middle of this trend channel. You've had multiple spots where it has popped off of the middle. You had one slide down to the bottom, and now it's holding up again. But are we starting to pull back before these rate cuts? That really is the question that I think a lot of people are trying to ask. As long as QQQ can hold this 571 level, that is definitely a level that is showing consistent support here. But on the end of it, you are seeing that we have potential resistance around 580 to 583 per share. So we are trading within this zone. It looks like maybe potentially until the rate cut. Let's keep an eye on it. I want to break down Tesla next. What I think is important about Tesla is focusing on the bigger picture here. We are in an uptrend from 300, bouncing to 320, bouncing again off 330, retesting this $350 per share. What I would like to focus on is if we can hold the $350 per share, then what that means is we can make a move back up to $370 per share. Sorry about the charting. I don't know why Weeble's being like this. Here we go. So now, if we can get a move back up to 370, that would be nice. But we're going to have to prove that it can actually hold this level. But here you go. 350 up to 365 would be your next level. If you break 370, we are going to see an awesome move where Tesla would be able to start making higher highs. There's another stock that's similar to this. We bounce off this, push higher to 450, 430, which would be excellent. I want to go over UNH. This is an obvious stock right now of what we're watching that has potential breakout territory. I'm zooming in on it so you can see here. We were trading within this 300 level to about 315. If we break this level, we definitely have an opportunity here to get above. So be cautious. If you're trading UNH like I do, up 35,000 this year, I want to see 315 hold and then make that push to the next resistance around $328 per share. If we reject 315, look for a move down to 300 to 305. Google stock trading at the moon right now. When you look at Google stock over the 5-year period, it has been done nothing but trade within this period of 5 years, slowly going up with this massive green candle. Now, when you focus on the 1-year chart and you look at the RSI, do not be that buyer. It's 84 on the RSI on the 1 minute, which indicates it's overbought, right? Overbought, 84. That's very high. What I want you to focus on, though, is looking where could you make an entry? Where could we buy again? So we're going to look for pullbacks. We need to see this fade a little bit. It's got to pull back to like 215, really around 205. I have shares long-term in the YouTube portfolio. If you're not a member, you gain access to it. You'll see the real-time access there. AVGO is another stock that I think is worth paying attention to. It made its all-time highs after that blast of earnings. It went up 50 points from all the way of 300 up to 357. Starting to pull back. We've been scalping this a little bit, but my main goal is to try to get shares in the middle of the channel when you look at it. So looking at AVGO, it's got a lot of hype, and right now here is your trend line. So you can see the trend line. It is trading within this trend line right here. AVGO, if it gets a pullback to this level, I do think you're going to have buyers start to step in, which is around 310 to 315. That is a very far pullback. So I don't blame people for not wanting to wait that long, but when you really think about percentage-wise on AVGO, it's not that big of a percentage. It's a 5% pullback to about 315. I could see a potential support level around this 315 to 318 region where you can start getting in and not buying at these highs at 357. Another stock that I think is worth mentioning, Walmart is trying to hold this $100 per share. Look at this cup. What I'm looking at here is you have support at the $100 whole dollar level. This is an excellent spot to have that. And the next thing I want to see is we have this cup right here, which you can see. right there. We're drawing the cup. Consolidation at the $100 level, and then blast up. That's what I'm looking for with Walmart. We're going to see if that plays out. It had made a beautiful recovery of that 95 back above 100, retest the 100. Right here is the retest. And now can we move higher? That is the move that I'm looking for. Nvidia is another stock that I'm watching. I want to see Nvidia pull back to about $150 per share. I would not be surprised if it holds here. This would be predictable if it does hold this $165 level. But the thing that's concerning me is this forming into a bear flag right here from $164 to about $168, where it's going to reject 172 and continue making newer lows? That is really what I'm worried about. So that's why I have not picked up any shares of Nvidia. I'm wondering if we're going to get this confirmation later on this week, especially with rate cuts coming. Will it go like this, consolidate and then push lower? That's kind of the move that I'm looking for when it comes to Nvidia, especially if Q's is weak. If the triple Q is weak, I would love to see this pull back a little bit further, get a move from about 167 down to 150. It's a 10% pullback. Then I'm going to be an Nvidia customer as well. Another stock I'm looking at is BMNR, the Bitmine Immersion Technologies. I see a lot of people talking about this, and I think we got to be patient here. I think there's still a 25% pullback coming, 41 down to about $22 to $23. That's a 50% pullback. I want to see Bitmine come back to earth a little bit. I mean, you just have to be realistic. Year to date, this used to be $3. So for me, this looks like a dead stock. It went up to 160, pulled back. But are there opportunities if it can pull back a little bit further? I think so. So we'll be patient. I'm not going to buy them at $41. I'm going to wait. And the last stock, actually two last stocks. Lululemon, I just wanted to show you. Lululemon year to date is down $430 to $23, down to $160. That's a 60% pullback. Are we starting to get buyers to come in? Because when you look at the 5-year chart, you have from all the way of 2018, we had a support level at 150. At 150, I'm most likely going to take a stab at this for a long position because we have at least some areas from 120 up to 150. I got to see how it plays out. But this looks potentially like that big red candle where this could be the final sell-off, which would be excellent. Looking at the 1-year chart, you are seeing green volume coming in. Look how big this green volume candle is. And I'm thinking maybe the shorts are starting to cover. This is a massive sell-off. It is down a lot, but got to do a little more research into the company too. Just want to bring it to your attention. Microsoft, looking at these guys, 554. They pulled back to 495, looking for pullbacks to 450 in that mid-range.